There you are. Good morning, Atlanteans, and welcome to your killer abs and core class. Today, we're going to be doing a gym style workout on the reformer. Hopefully, y'all can hear me after yesterday's mix up. I think I got the sound problem fixed, but this is not going to be our average Pilates class. We're going to be mixing in some strength techniques along with some weights that you'll see here. So without further ado, let's get started. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. For today's workout, you can do this entire workout without weights if you choose to, but if you want to follow me along, I recommend having at least 3 weights if you can. If you only have one, again, that's fine. And anywhere from about 8 pounds to 25. So I've got 3 weights. I've got a 15-pound kettlebell, a 20-pound, and a 25-pound. And again, they could be a dumbbell. A dumbbell is actually probably a little easier. I just have heavier kettlebells than anything else. Let's get started by going to 1 red spring, and we're going to do a little warm up all the way down on your backs. So once you get all that all the way down onto your backs, hips near the very bottom edge of the carriage, feet on that foot bar. And again, we're on about 1 red spring, just enough to add a little bit of pull back down. And we want to push the carriage out so that we have our knees roughly at 90 degrees. Now we're going to be working into a move that they use a lot in gymnastics to train your core, which is the hollow body hold. We're doing a knee variation to modify for a warm up. So first round, hands are going to rest on your belly. I want you to think about exhaling and pressing your low back down, and we're going to lift our head up, and we're going to hold here for 30 seconds. So when you're ready, big breath in, on that exhale, press that low back down and hold here 30 seconds on the clock. Think, again, we're just lifting the tips of the shoulder blades up, pressing the low back down into that carriage, pulling those front ribs together and down. Really bracing the core. Take a nice big inhale laterally and into your back. Exhale. Try to tighten the front side of your core a little bit more. We have about 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Quick little rock of the knees side to side. I'm going to turn on my other clock so I can see. There we go. All right. So, round 2. I thought I have everything all set up. You can always stay with that first round, or this time we're going to make it a little bit harder. So again, your choice if you want to go up a little bit here. Fingertips behind the ears. It may not seem like much, but lifting the arms up here is going to create more tension on those abs. So when you're ready, same thing. Big exhale, press the low back down. Try to lift the heads and shoulders. And this time we're going for 45 seconds here. Same thing, pressing that low back, going into a flat back version essentially, pulling those front ribs together. If you need to, you could kind of hold your head here a little bit with your fingertips. If you're feeling this a little bit too much into your neck. We have about 15 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Again, if you need to, a little wiggle of the knees or neck side to side. So last round here for a little warm up. We're going to take our arms into a big Y. So for me, I need to scoot down a little bit so that I can really reach up. We're trying to keep that bicep in line with your ear. So when we go to lift up here, again, I want to keep my arm roughly in line with my ear. I don't want to reach up like this. That's going to take a lot of the tension out of this. So if you're doing this variation, arms overhead, again, pull those front ribs together. We're going to press the low back down, lift up, and hold here 1 minute. So adding time to each of these variations, we're making them slightly harder. We're taking the arms from by our hips to behind our ears to reaching overhead now. Again, it may not seem like much, but anyone knows when you're doing endurance work like this, a little bit of weight
can make a big difference. And we're already about 30 seconds in. Halfway there, maybe you can squeeze up another millimeter higher. I already feel my abs shaking just a little bit here. Last about 10 seconds. You got this. Squeeze the core in even more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. All right. Again, quick little rock of the knees side to side. And we're going to slowly make your way up to kneeling on the reformer. We're going to start with a base of just one red spring. So again, we're going to come to kneeling. Right knee and ankle up against the shoulder block. Left knee about halfway down the carriage. Let's grab your strap on this side. We're going to create a fist around that strap with your right hand. Cup the right hand with your left. When you're ready, come into our spinal rotation or oblique twist. Again, we are on that base spring with one red. So this should feel medium difficult. Three more here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those shoulders a quick little roll, head a little wiggle. So from our rotation, we're now going into anti-rotation. We're doing what's called a Pallof press. So you have the same setup of the hands, or you can interlace your fingertips here. We're going to bring the strap to your chest. When you're ready, we're pressing that strap straight out in front of the chest and slowly bringing it back in, resisting the pull towards the top of the reformer here. Again, for both of these, the twist and the Pallof press, we're going to keep the spine stacked, no leaning or being pulled in any direction. The whole time we want our head stacked right over our tailbone. One more. And all the way down. All right. So from there, I'm going to step off, give a quick little shake out of the knees if you need, and then coming right back onto the carriage, kneeling, facing the opposite direction now. So same thing. We're going to create a fist around that strap with your left hand, cup the left hand with your right, stack the head over the tailbone as we rotate here. Again, no leaning like this. I'm going to keep that spine stacked. Really try to get through that full range of rotation. Rotate towards the top of the reformer fully and to the bottom of the reformer fully. Two more. Last one. Good. All the way down. Quick little roll of those shoulders and then right into that Pallof press. So again, you can have that same setup for the hands or interlace the fingers. When you're ready, slowly press the strap out. Remember, we're resisting the twist towards the top of the reformer here. Three, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, so strap down. Again, we're going to step off really quick. Quick little coffee break for me. It's still early here in California, and I got some new
Ethiopian blend of coffee that is delicious. So quick little 15 seconds to grab a sip. Now, again, this workout's gonna be all about choices. I'm gonna go up to a red and a yellow. If you would like to join me to, add some spring at your own risk, you can, but it's gonna be a little bit harder. And that quarter spring is going to feel a lot harder than you might think it is. So same setup, round two, grab that strap when we're ready. We're coming into that rotation, and instantly you can feel that quarter spring here. When we go into moves like this for abs or for smaller muscle groups, anything that is either stability or smaller muscle groups, light spring changes make a big difference. So you don't have to jump up quite as high as if you're doing a bigger strength muscle like our quads and our legs or our lats of our low back, or our back, not our low back. Again, it's still early here in the morning. One more. Excellent. Again, quick little roll of those shoulders from here. Let's bring that handle to your chest again. Anti-twist this time for our Pallof press. So we're resisting that twist to the top of the reformer. This is really where you'll feel that difference in that spring. If you need to go back down, you can always go back to your red, but we're gonna try and push through. Three, two, and one. Excellent. All right, so strap down. Let's carefully step off again. Quick little shake out of those knees if you need, and then right back to it on the opposite side. So when you're ready, coming into our rotation here, create that circle with your arms. Big exhale as we twist towards the bottom of the reformer. Again, we're trying to keep the head stacked over our tailbones. We're not leaning. We're just rotating. Love these two exercises. They're so good at building the core for all the things it's meant to do. 2 and 1. All the way down. Quick little roll those shoulders and into that Pallof press. So when you're ready, strap to your chest, slowly press that strap in and out without twisting to the top of the reformer. So a lot of us talking about what the core is meant to do always think of, oh, it's meant to help us do like a sit-up. A sit-up is a very good core exercise, but your core's first job is to resist all the ways that the spine can move. So we have rotation, which we are working on. We have flexion and extension. And that's what it's meant to do, is to resist the spine moving in those directions. That way, when we pick up something or move something, our spine isn't automatically subject to that weight or that force. Last one, all the way down. Let's put that strap down, roll the shoulders. Then from there, the job of our core is to move with control of our spine. So to, again, flex either forward or laterally, to extend, going into like back extension, or to rotate. So that's the core's second job, is to allow spinal movement, but with control. All right, going for about a 20-second break this time. Again, quick little sip of coffee if you want, water. And again, let's try to up our spring. We're supposed to be going into a gym style movement. So if you want legendary abs, you got to use legendary spring. So red and blue, if you can. Last round here, going into our rotation. Big exhale in that twist. We're now a full half spring heavier. If you can. You got this. 5 more reps here. Last one. Good. All the way down again. Quick little roll of those shoulders. And back into that Pallof press. This one's going to feel a lot harder than that first round with the red and blue on. So when you're ready, slow press in and out, resisting that twist to the top of the reformer. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. All the way down. All right. So again, step off real quick. Quick little rock of those knees if you need. Shake them out, and then back onto the reformer. Final side here of these 3 exercises. Then we're moving on to our next set. When you're ready, coming into that spinal twist. Always love adding these 2 in anytime I'm teaching a class or doing private coaching, just because really, really good for building up that strength through rotation, and also building up that strength and endurance for anti-rotation. One. And all the way down. Quick little roll of the shoulders. And right to that Pallof press. Big inhale. On that exhale, press out. And I can tell y'all from experience, as someone who has 5 herniated discs in their back, building a strong core to be able to do both, resist forces and move with control with forces, is of the utmost importance to keep your back from hurting. One more. And all the way down. All right, so again, quick little step off, shake out those knees if you need, grab a sip of coffee. From here, I'm going to give you 2 variations of exercises you can do. And it's really just going to depend on your core strength, specifically our lower ab strength, as to which variation you do. Quickly, variation 1, you'll go to 1 red spring. Feet are going to come into the straps. Arms nice and long by our side. And what we're going to do is we're going to peel the hips up and then lower back down. So here we have the help of our spring, or of our straps and spring. Now, if you want to go a little bit more advanced, we're going to take off all the spring, lock yourself up to the top of our reformer, grab your risers, knees over the hips. We're going to peel our hips up with our knees bent. So those are your 2 exercises here. We're again going for 3 reps. I'm going to do this variation because I want to really work my lower core. So when you're ready, whichever variation you want to go for, slowly lift your hips up, no matter which variation you're doing. Slowly roll those hips back down. So again, if you're doing this with me, knees are bending over our face and rolling back down. If you're doing feet and straps, arms nice and long by your side, and then straight legs up to the ceiling, peel up into as high a shoulder stand as you can. One more. And all the way down. And
matter where you're at. Again, you can take a little rock the legs side to side. So that is round one. Again, we're going to have 2 more rounds of that. We're focusing on hitting those lower abs at the attachment of our pelvis. So most of the time we're crunching top down. This is essentially a crunch bottom up. When you're ready, we're going into round 2 of that. So again, whichever variation you'd like to choose, when you're ready, slow and with control through both the peel up and the roll back down of our spine. Think of like imprinting the spine 1 vertebrae at a time as we roll back down. Good. 2 more, whichever version you're doing. Last one. And all the way down. Whew. Again, quick little rock of the knees side to side. About a 15, 20-second break if you need a sip of coffee or water or anything. And then we'll go into our 3rd and final round here. Again, this is another exercise I really love to teach, give my students, give my personal coaching clients. Just a really good burn there for the lower abs. When you're ready, 3rd and final round here. Whichever version you want to go for. Slow, lift up, roll back down. And I can tell y'all, since I had to do this whole class yesterday, and the audio not work, that doing it the 2nd day in a row, I feel my abs. All the way down. All right. Whew. Now, your abs should be feeling that one. If you need to, grab the bottom of your reformer to lift yourself back up. All right. So from here, let's slide all the way down. We've done our main body of the workout now. Now is when we're going to start to add these weights to really work on building that muscle hypertrophy. So again, we've got 3 weights. Anywhere from, I'd recommend 8 pounds. I'm using 15 as my lightest, all the way up to about 25, 30 pounds should probably be your heaviest. We're going to come down, go to 1 blue spring, and we're going to start down on your backs. Remember, you can do all of these without weights as well. You're still going to get a good ab workout. So all the way down onto your back, just set that weight somewhere you can grab it easily. And again, if you could use a dumbbell, you don't have to use a kettlebell. And we're going to start with this weight in one hand. I'm going to start with it in my left hand so it's not blocking y'all's view of my gorgeous smiling face. No, so I'm going to start with it in my left hand so that y'all can see me a little bit better. And we're going to start with whichever weight you're using, just press straight up to the ceiling. Now we're doing what's called a pyramid set. So we're going to go up in weight, but down in reps as we go through these 2 exercises that we're doing here with them. We're going to start in our Pilates V, toes on that foot bar, heels glued together, hips near the very bottom edge of your carriage. When you're ready, remember you're on just one red spring, so slow as we press all the way out. Fully lock out your knees to create an anchor point at the hips. Then from there, we're going to slowly roll up, press that weight overhead, roll back down, and carriage back down. So carriage up, roll up, roll down, and carriage down. If when you get to the top you find you're having a little trouble getting all the way up, you may need to readjust. I was a little too far down on my carriage. There we go. I can better sit up there by scooting up just a touch. And then here, modification. Hey, you could always not use the weight. You could always grab the bottom of your carriage to help pull you up and down. Same thing with the leg. If you need a little help, you can always do that there. And I'm going to do 2 more. That should be 10 on this side, and then I'll switch hands. If you're only using one weight, again, I would probably recommend switching hands as well. Roll back down, carriage down. Let's switch sides. There we go. All right, so again, 10 more reps for 20 total. Good. Should have about 2 more on this side. And again, lock the legs out. Straight legs creates the anchor point that then our abs can pull to lift us up and lower us back down. Last one there. All right. So I would set your weight down on your carriage because we're going to sit all the way up as we go into our next one. All right. So from here, bring the weight over to the left side of your carriage. We're going to start left knee down at the bottom corner of your carriage. Right hand is going to be dead center, roughly probably between your shoulder blocks. Right foot is going to come back onto the foot bar. We're going to take that weight off to the side, and we're going to work into a little bird dog in row. So you'll press all the way out and row that weight up to your ribs. Now, this is anti-flexion, anti-extension, and because we have this weight, it's also anti-rotation of rolling off that left side. Again, we're doing 10 reps each side. One more. And all the way down. Set your weight down, move it to the other side. All right, so same thing. We're going to scoot over. Right knee now down to the bottom corner of your carriage. Left hand is going to be centered to the carriage. Left foot is going to be back onto your shoulder block. Bring that weight out to the right side. When you're ready, same thing, 10 reps on this side. As we press in and out, we're rowing that weight up and down. Last one, good, all the way down. All right, so I'll set that weight down. We're going to carefully make your way back onto your backs.
for round 2 of this. So round 2, I'm going up in weight. If you can, go up in weight as well. This time I've got my 20-pound kettlebell all the way back onto our backs. So same exact thing. We're going down in reps though, because we're going up in our weight for this pyramid set here. When you're ready, again, V feet, toes on the foot bar, heels glued together. Go ahead and press your weight to the ceiling to start. Slow, press all the way out. Roll up, reaching that heavier weight up to the ceiling. Roll back down and carriage back down. We're gonna do 15 reps of this. Again, lock those legs out. That should be about 8 reps there. We'll go ahead and switch hands. If you're using a single weight, switch hands as well. Last 7 reps here. Again, we're just utilizing this pyramid setup to aggressively overload our abdominals. Using heavier weight to try to push the abs towards a little bit more failure. So we're stressing those muscles, making them grow. And last one, all the way down. All right, so again, set your weight down carefully. We're gonna come all the way up. Try not to drop my weight here off the side. There we go. Always a little fun trying to come up and down when you're utilizing the weight. Same setup for our bird dog. Left knee at the bottom left corner of the carriage. Right hand about dead center of the carriage. Right toes back on that foot bar. When you're ready, take that weight out to the side. We're going for 8 reps here, each side. Think really press all the way out on that right leg. Row that weight all the way up, hand to your ribs. Last one, and let's switch sides. Whew. All right, so same thing. Right knee, bottom corner of the carriage, left hand dead center, left toes on that foot bar. When you're ready, big press out, roll that weight up, and slowly release it down. One more. And all the way down. You can slide your weight out of the way. One more round of this. So, quick little water break if you need, a coffee, and then back down onto your back. We're using our heaviest weight, but we're going down in our reps again. And if you've not already liked this video, be sure to like it so that others can find it and they can go through the same torture as you are. So when you're ready, grab your heaviest weight that you're using for today, make your way back down onto your backs. All right, I've got a 25-pound kettlebell. Let's do this. Ooh. Let's get your weight situated. Remember, press up to the ceiling with it to start. V feet on that foot bar. We're going down to 12 reps now. When you're ready, slow carriage all the way out. Zip those inner thighs together. Roll up, pressing that weight overhead.
roll back down, and carriage down. You can hear him getting quieter. I guess this weight's getting heavy. One more on this side. That should be 6 reps. Back down, carriage down, switching sides. 2 days in a row, this is killing my abs. So if y'all want to feel your abs, do this workout twice. Big exhale all the way up. Roll back down and carriage down. Again, remember you can always help yourself by grabbing the bottom of the reformer. I think we have one more. This may be an extra. If so, count an extra one in there. Back down and carriage down. Oh, all right. Weight down. Carefully come up. We've got our last little bird dog here that we're going to do. So again, right hand, center of the carriage, left knee, bottom corner of the carriage, right foot back onto your foot bar. Take that weight out to the side. Don't fall off when you do. Big exhale as we row it up. You got this. One more on this side. And all the way down. All right. So let's carefully move that weight over. Move our body over. Left hand, center of the carriage. Right knee, bottom corner of the carriage. Left foot, back center of the foot bar. When you're ready, big press out. Row that weight up. Again, 6 reps here. You got this. Again, we're training to be legends. So got to use the heavier weights. Use more resistance on these springs. Last 2. And 1. All the way down. Whew. All right, so again, quick little break here. Grab you some water or coffee. We've done the main body of the workout. We did our warm-up to start. We just did our hypertrophy portion. Now we're going to hit a little burnout just to make sure your abs knew that they got some work today. We're going to do a classic Pilates version. We're going to do the hundreds. So 400s, you could use anywhere. Lightest spring I would use would be probably a red and yellow or full spring, quarter spring. You could do red and blue, which is typically normal. Or again, I'm going to challenge myself a little bit because I'm here doing this now. So I'm going to go up to 2 reds. If you'd like to join me, join me. And let me know what your heaviest weight was that you moved during the workout. I'm curious as to what everyone was using for that last round. But for our hundreds, to demo real quick, in case it's been a while since you've done them, you could have knees over the hips, legs up to the ceiling, or legs out at 45 degrees, whatever feels best for you. When I say go, we're going to bring our handles down with our legs in that position. We're going to squeeze into our core, and then we're pumping our arms up and down just an inch here for 100 reps. Think we're not bending the elbows and flexing the wrists with little flappy arms. You want nice straight arms reaching long through those fingertips, stiff as a board when we're pumping them, all right? So everyone, let's take straps up to the ceiling. Again, whatever you want to do with your legs to start, big breath in. On the exhale, go. Pump those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 4. With a smile, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. All the way down. Whew. All right, straps are down. Carefully make your way back up. And that is going to be it for your gym style killer cardio and core, or killer abs and core. I can't even think of what I'm saying. Workout here. I do hope you enjoyed the workout. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and like the video. It helps the channel, it helps me, and it helps get this video out to others who may want to do a workout like this. Now, as always, I want you to keep pushing, stay motivated, and train like a legend. Bye for now, guys.